The official launch of the new Android P is still several months away, but the preview version of it has been running on our Pixel phone for a couple of days already. This is PhoneArena, and allow us to give you a quick preview of all the major changes coming to Android later this year. First and foremost, Android P brings a whole new navigation interface based around gestures. Instead of the three familiar buttons at the bottom of the screen, we now have just a single tic-tac shaped home button. As usual, it takes you to your home screen, and if you hold it down, you can access the Google Assistant, just like before. The back button is also here, but it appears only when having it on the screen makes sense, like when you're within an app, for example. Now here's where things get interesting. When I swipe up on the home screen, I get into this card-based interface that lets me go back and forth between recent applications. And these here aren't just snapshots, I can still interact with the apps. So for example, if I wanted to copy text from one app to another, I can select it, tap copy, and then paste it wherever I want. For those who need it, split-screen multitasking is also available. It is accessed by tapping on the app icon here at the top. Down here at the bottom, we have 5 of the apps that I'm most likely to use next. The decision of what apps are shown here is made by Google software. If I want to access my app drawer, I can either swipe up a second time from here, or just make a single long swipe on the home screen, kind of like before. While I am on the home screen, I can pull and release the home button to go straight to my most recently used app. I can also use the exact same gesture to flip back and forth between the 2 recent apps that I was using. Also, if I pull and then hold, the home button transforms into a slider, which lets me flip through more than a couple of recent apps with a single gesture. All of these new gestures are supposed to make Android P faster and easier to use, especially on newer phones with minimal bottom bezels. But they do take some getting used to, especially when buttons have been a part of Android for 10 years now. In their current state, these gestures feel unfinished and clunky at times, but then again, Google has plenty of time to improve them before Android P is released. A lot of changes in Android P will be much less visible. For example, the new adaptive battery feature uses artificial intelligence to analyze your usage patterns. It promises to save power by dedicating less system resources towards apps and services that you are not likely to use anytime soon. The new adaptive brightness feature is designed to control screen brightness based on both ambient lighting and your personal preferences for screen brightness, all while taking power efficiency into account. And the integration of AI goes even further. For instance, Android P adds the so-called app actions, which are basically deep links to app features suggested to you at relevant times. It is almost time to go home now, so I got this suggestion from Google Maps, and if I tap on it, it will turn on the navigation. Or if I highlight the name of a band in the browser, I can play it straight away in Spotify. Building on top of this idea, Google is also adding the so-called slices, which are parts of an app that would appear when relevant. For example, searching for Lyft displays a snippet that lets you call a ride straight away. And it even gives you a price estimate. Pretty neat. In addition to the new interface and the deeper integration of artificial intelligence, Android P is introducing a range of features designed around the idea of digital well-being. Basically, Google wants to make it easier for us to put the phone down, especially when we shouldn't be using it. This new dashboard in Android P gives you a breakdown of how you spend your screen time and on what apps, which in theory should make it easier for us to realize when we've been watching too much cat videos. You can also set app timers. Let's say that you want to give yourself a 1-hour allowance of YouTube per day. When you reach your limit, your phone will remind you that it's probably time to do something else. And at night, a new feature called Wind Down will turn the screen black and white, making your phone much less stimulating for your brain. In other words, your phone should be much easier to put down before bedtime. These are just some of the changes coming with Android P. We can now highlight and draw on screenshots before sharing them. Another welcome change is that the volume buttons now control the media volume by default, not the ringer. Also, notifications are easier to manage from their own dedicated screen, and responding to an incoming message from the status bar will not dismiss the notification anymore. All of these new features make Android P a release worth being excited about. Google is expected to make Android P available this fall, but if you want to give it a spin right now, you can download the Android P beta preview on your Pixel phone. To see how to install it, you can visit our website PhoneArena.com. Thank you for watching and subscribe to our YouTube channel to never miss a video.